Currently, the US government is using the Heritage Foundation and Project 225 and beyond, all of the laws within the Heritage Foundation proposals, in order to essentially move forward in policy, right? So like, what are the proposals for mental health under the Heritage Foundation? First of all, this bro right here, he's the one who has pretty much been doing all of the proposals for mental health that are pretty fucked up. Anybody wants to review his book, here it is on Amazon. So he's in favor of reinstitutionalization and having something called outpatient commitment. Outpatient commitment meaning that as soon as somebody comes out of the hospital, they don't need to have a due process to go back in. The doctor could say, well, you're not following treatment recommendations or you stopped your meds and I didn't tell you to, so you're going back inpatient. It takes out a lot of the safeguards of patient rights and the ability to say like, hey, I'm having side effects, and the doctor saying, well, fuck it, I don't care. They can still put you back in the hospital. So again, ethics. So he'd like to have some proven standards that all providers, private and public, have publicized to everybody, saying the government has said these things are important and this is how every provider is doing on it. Now, this means that the government is going to be tracking jobs held. Like if you have mental health care and like, what's your job? Are you holding your job? Did you miss work? Like it could be anything, but they're going to be wanting that information from us and tracking it. Not necessarily with your name, but who knows? They propose getting rid of all mental health coverage for commercial payers and Medicaid for the worried well, meaning if you have bereavement, someone died, your child died, if you have marriage problems, you just need counseling, you have anxiety, depression, you do not have a serious mental illness that they classify as such, you would no longer get health insurance for mental health coverage at all. For therapists and psychiatrists, for anybody in the field, they want to start being able to look at our metrics, no matter where you are, private practice or not. And basically that's going to come down to, once Medicaid is defunded, are you going to get coverage for commercial insurance anymore? Your credentialing is going to be fucked. If you are an affirming LGBTQ provider, anything like that, and you are open about it, more than likely the government now is going to dictate and say like, well, that's not one of our metrics and that doesn't count, so we're going to cut your contract. As expected with the thoughts into the psychiatric realm and medications, we are wanting to move our federal funds into faith-based. So things that are creative, and they list faith-based programs as this. So it looks like they would like to implement mandatory faith-based programs for people who have SMI. If you don't abide by it, you will be reinstitutionalized. There's an interest in closing inpatient beds, although the inpatient beds are already low, and opening new places, specifically where promising things are being developed, aka faith-based. Over here. This is the portion where we're looking at people no longer being able to be covered for non-SMI. Where are they going to put people? It looks like they're saying, well, we know there's not enough beds, but there must be a solution. Prisons, camps, group homes that might just kind of pop up. Like this again is kind of looking at creating a bunch of group homes or camp type facilities. Then we have this fellow here. Who's going to staff their grand plan? Well, they're going to force people to work for free. Like, I don't have words.